Hello.
Hello.
Seems to work. If anyone didn't have the backing chorus of the Merlin engine, it would be wonderful.
Mag's alive in the back.
Thank you.
Copy the Victor downwards, 03 left land.
Okay, so we'll turn all the way forward, turns back. Same for you. Looking at the moment. Lanes on, lanes on.
Copy the short final, 03 left.
Two relights. Altimeter set, gauges are all unbroken, reading something sensible, boost is about 0. Down. This. See, it's the bottom, it's unbroken, pressure we've got, master switch is on.
Stop Victor, backtrack, 03 left.
Roger, is that 3 hard ones?
For cold, I normally go 6, but whatever you're comfy with, mate. Don't blame me if it catches fire.
On fire, how about that? Okay, so just about ready. What's going on? There. The oil pressure. In fact, the fuels like should go out at 1,000, right?
About 1100-ish it tends to go out, I think.
Let's just take it away from the hangar while it settles down and warms up a bit.
Copy the Victor Alpha 1, passing fuel bomb.
You reckon the keep the rad flaps fully open while it's warming up?
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Yeah, I know you recommend it on the Mustang when we did our check flight 2 years ago, so
Yeah. I've sort of been led to believe that not forcing anything is the way forward, really. Just kind of let it do things slowly. But hey, it's all...
Tower traffic, it's Golf Lima Foxtrot India X-ray, the Spitfire taxiing 4, holding point 03 left.
I'm just going to rest my feet on the rudder pedals.
sure, sure. Well, if the punters can do it, I'm sure you can do it as well.
Well, yeah.
don't know how far you got with your air combat training in the Harrier. I know you probably didn't do as much as most of these air defence guys, but fucking hell, the guys, these tutors are all, you know, either Top Gun or the USAF Weapons School graduates, and their ability, their SA.
Yeah.
Even I thought it was it's a knife fight in a phone box, but even so, their SA was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and you learn how to look out properly as well.
Yeah.
I did quite a lot, although I didn't do much on the Harrier. I did about an extra 300 hours on the Hawk.
300.
Yeah, doing sort of support stuff for the Navy.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing quite a lot of air combat then. I absolutely
brilliant.
loved it.
Oh, it's they do say it's the sport of kings. It's fucking absolutely right. It's just such good fun. But the man with the SA wins. It's not, you know, aircraft handling is a close second. But fuck me, if you keep your SA high.
What was quite funny was you sort of come back off a training sortie, and you've done sort of 6 or 7 different 2v1 fights or something. And you know, so you have to run the debriefs. Like, right, so he started here. No. Oh, well, they started over there. No. Try again.
Well, the grass is no time to shut, so I'm going to go away to the holding point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wouldn't go on the grass either. Somebody
No,
sank in it the other day.
Yeah.
To which somebody replied on the radio, "That's why it's no camp shut, mate."
Yeah, I did a backseat ride this guy in his Nanchang. He's 25 years air defence in the F-16. And we did 2 versus 1, so I don't know if you do the same with the Air Force. You've got 2 fighters, and the bandits just sit in a circle waiting for the last one to get shot down, then they just tip straight in their height band.
Yep.
And he was fighting with this other guy, and he could keep track of, not in the bloke he was trying to shoot down,
Yep.
but he's number 2 at the same time. I could just about keep hold of who he was actually shooting, but not his fucking number 2. So that oil pressure is much higher than it normally. I know it's cold, but it's still not higher than it used to be on the Insurance last year.
Yeah, 105 seems to be about what it settles at for takeoff.
Yeah.
And then...
That's why it's alarming going down to 60.
Well, so yeah, 85 tends to be about where it is for... Have you got 105 now?
I've got 105 on the nose, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And then it would probably come down to 85 at +4 and 24.
Yep.
And maybe as low as 75 to start with at like 1800 plus for speed.
Right, well, traffic, Kelly Water Golf Oscar Sierra Hotel Lima, R22 to POV on the grass outside zone, taxiing to the midfield.
We're waiting for him to last bit of warm up then, so pre-takeoff briefing, the engine, any indications on the engine before we break ground. I'm going to close the throttle, hold the stick back, and I'm going to leave the brakes until we're towards the end of the runway. If the aircraft's going to go off the end of the runway, I'm just going to put rudder in and going to ground leave it off onto the grass. The engine fails once we're airborne. I'll flick the fuel pump on, see if we get any help from that. If that doesn't do anything, we're just going to turn the switches off, lower the nose for about 100 knots, 110 knots. And we're going to put it in a field, or if it's trees, the tops of the trees. Anything else, we'll sort it out between the 2 of us.
Sounds good. At all times you keep flying the aeroplane, Mark, and
Yep.
if I can be of use to you, then tell me.
Yeah. The gear works from the back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if the gear is down, I may ask you to actually bring the gear up if we're going to land off the airfield.
Okay.
That seem like a plan?
Sounds good to me.
Usually it says we change your hands. There we go, we got 130 on the oil, should be enough, we're going to get too hot, so here we go, brakes off. that looks pretty good. Generator light stays off, fuel light stays off. P's and P's look good. Idle 550, fuel light on, that's expected. Okay, so from left to right, so the trims are now set. Filters are going to ram. Throttle friction tight. Fuel pump staying off of this aeroplane, mags are on both. P's and P's are good, transponders on. Prime is locked off. Main fuel on, wing fuel on. Gear is down. Okay, so my own personal one is so brakes, air's good, undercarriage, mixture, mags, prop, primer, fuel, flaps, fuel pump off. Instrument T's and P's are good, QH is set, throttle friction is tight, trims are done, tail wheel lock we don't have, carb heat, cowl flaps, coolant, matches and harness, controls are done. Are you happy?
Very much so, mate. And there is now an ammo valve installed, so if you get any hint of any rough running, then there's no harm in putting the fuel pump on. Right.
Firewall traffic, Spitfire directory, lining up 03 left for departure. Call that 4 o'clock. Runway's clear. That's clear. They're going really well. Very nice. Very smooth.
Oh, these comms are a delight as well.
I'm not going to land back on 2-1, son.
No.
Grim. Oh, this heads-up map is fucking awesome.
It's so good, isn't it? It's going to be so much better with the traffic on it as well.
Yeah.
What power are you running at the moment?
4 and 4, 4 and 24.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to calibrate my instruments in the back.
It's going about 95 on the oil at the moment.
95, okay.
So just recalling that talk about not using zero boost, what do you use as a kind of a punter power setting?
Plus 2 and 2000, or if you're going for the cliffs and you want it a bit quieter, then plus a half and 1800. So I reckon you've probably got about 80 on the oil pressure now, 75.
Yeah, about 70, just a little over 70.
Yeah.
That's just with the RPM going back at them.
Yeah, it's amazing how much it changes, isn't it?
Yeah, it does sound like a valve, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeehaw! How lucky are we?
Thanks for taking me flying.
This is a dreadful wind-up turns, let's feel some buffet. There we go. Light buffet. Heavy buffet.
She does, she's a good girl. I think she's a great place to start because it's quite benign.
Fourth bit of ups and downs then. Got the wing overs to warm up.
That's good.
slowly, looking for a hypo. Half Cuban. Not enough, mate. Not enough off. We're quite heavy, going to bump the IREVs up a bit.
Okay.
Bit more up.
What oil temp have you got at the moment?
72.
Cool.
We're going with steady 90 pounds.
Yep.
My repertoire done, Andy?
Cool. And can you just go to +4 and 24 for me and tell me what the oil temperature and the oil corresponding oil pressure are?
Okay. Okay, +4, 24, you've got 80 on the pounds and 73 on the temperature.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Beautiful.
Any comments, thoughts?
No, very happy, mate. As I said, it's primarily just for you to feel comfy, so I'm very happy.
Good stuff, thank you. I promised Gamba just go to the south of Ketching on the way home, into the back garden. just under 70 at the moment, low flat.
Okay.
I've got Golf Mike Sierra, official with the 22 midfield, and we're departing now, Harry North. Helicopter Charlie, but we'll hold position. Thank you very much, good to meet you, we'll see you soon. See you soon, stay fun.
Skywell 6 Tango, showing the South Country route joining 403 left.
Skywell traffic north as well, on Echo, Cessna 172, taxiing from corporate hangar to the box.
Joining high down on the left hand, 03 left, 4A flight bridge.
Traffic left 9 o'clock opposite direction. About 3 miles away.
No challenge.
8 o'clock. No factor.
Clean out the plugs.
Helicopter Golf Mike there, we're visual with downwind traffic and we're passing the road now to the north and we're on the center approach. Eastern radar 134-180, bye-bye.
So Brando X-ray, left base for the flight route.
supposed to be done here. It's like practicing in sim online.
Yeah, how's your course going?
Oh, so fed up with CBT.
There you are. It's bad enough when you sit in the CBT with the guy to talk to, let alone fucking sit at home. Bit Bravo X-ray backtracking through that.
Fortunately, I have Warbird Entertainment to keep me busy in between times.
Yeah. Have you actually paired up with anybody, or is that not doesn't happen till you get to the sim?
No, I am. He got COVID last week though, so I don't know what happens next.
Can you kind of do revision via Teams or something?
Yeah, but to be honest, we're just trying to crack the tech stuff out first, and then we'll do the SOP stuff once he's back.
Yeah.
Seems like a sensible thing to do. I think you've left at the right time, Mark.
Oh, and everybody I speak to says, "Are you lucky bastard?"
I think all of the layers of safety have gone.
Really?
Yep.
In what respect?
Like they've sacked anyone who knows what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
So load sheets come through by all accounts that, you know, seemingly rarely would you ever have an issue with a load sheet. But now it's quite commonplace, I think.
Because all the dispatchers now got rid of, because everything's done at central, isn't it? So there's nobody actually dispatching the airplane who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they've sacked half the engineers, so you can't get anything done. Yeah.
Well, you'd like to think that if they go back into profitability, they'll reverse that, but of course they won't, will they?
Well, I don't know.
No, you're very right. I'm very glad I'm out.
I'm just hoping the company lasts long enough to get me far enough down my career to not have to worry about anything else.
Yeah. You don't have to start searching for a job down to 40, do you?
No.
Tow this spray bar. So I'm just do a ton over 100. How long do you have to press it to get any kind of results?
So put about 10 seconds in and then just leave it, and it takes a moment just to see a bit of a reduction.
10 seconds.
I think it's supposed to be...
Yeah, it's come down. You can see it's come down 2 or 3 degrees.
Yeah, I think moreover it just kind of stops it from going up for a bit.
Yeah. Who's got the first go at Oxford then?
Good question. It was supposed to be me, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Here it is now. They've given me 3 nighttime slots in the sim, as in start at 11 PM.
Oh, lovely. That never used to happen in the old days.
Well, we've only got 1 sim. I thought it was because we were doing loads of courses, but then I turned up to the sim the other day and the Malaysian crew got out before us. I was like, oh, this is BA trying to take it easy before something.
Well, they're going to give priority to customers, aren't they? That's how that works. Some Wales Navajos right in the middle of the fucking taxi. My imagination.
Probably parked just in front of their hangar.
Just the other side of the circle. Another 10-second squirt. Yeah, it does stop it marching up. It does bring it down significantly, but it stops it going up. I suppose you can say it's progress.
What's your oil pressure now?
I've got about 55.